introduce to you my brother, Mr. Gary Houston.
So Gary, were you always, as her brother, the older brother, did you get to be the real older brother, or was she a sister who would take over sometimes?
No, she was very, growing up, I was always the older brother. I took care of them. Mom was on the road, Pop was on the road, traveling. So I was always there when we were at the babysitters. I was always the one to look after them, take them to the park. Wait for Mom to come home on the side of the curb. When they come in, they're on their way. They should be here in a few hours.
So you played the older brother, taking care of them.
Brother. I sure did.
When she became Whitney Houston, was that harder to do?
Yes, it was harder. It got harder. The stakes got higher.
Did you know, or did you fear that one day you would get the call that happened on February 11th? You happened to actually be there. You've been through so much with her as an older brother. Did you always fear that was lurking in the background somewhere?
Not really.
You didn't?
Not really. Not this soon.
Not this soon?
I never thought anything like this would happen.
You didn't?
Never thought it would end up like this, really.
Even during the days when she was in the throes of drug abuse, you never feared that there would be a phone call?
It always crosses your mind. I mean, that something can happen, but you never think it can happen to yourself. You never think it could happen to someone you love, someone close to you. I've seen it happen to a lot of people.
Were you one of the people, as an older brother, who could still tell her the truth?
Yes. I was one of them that could tell her the truth under any circumstances.
Did she have a lot of people around her who could tell her the truth?
Not a lot of people. My mother would always tell her the truth. My mother never hesitated. My mother was no holds bar when it came to telling her what she needed to hear.
How is your mother?
My mother's, I think she's doing better now, but then there are days when I talk to her, she's by herself. She's, she lost her daughter. She lost the only daughter, and she loved her daughter. The gift came through her. It's rough for her. It really is.
I just spoke to her yesterday, and obviously wanted her to speak if she wanted to. And I said, I want to be able to say to the world how you're doing. And she said, sometimes I'm not doing.
Exactly.
And I'm not ready to talk right now. But I want people to know that we're not, angry with the funeral home about the picture. I know there's some controversy going on around the picture. 4 days after the memorial service, photos of Whitney from the private family viewing were leaked and published by a tabloid. How did that picture get out? Do you all know?
I have no idea.
Were you as appalled as the rest of us were that would end up on the cover of a tabloid?
Tabloid, tabloid. I hate that word, but it's ugly.
Were you as appalled? Were you angrier that somebody took it and sold it, obviously, or angrier that it was actually printed, that somebody would actually print it?
Printed?
That it would be printed, yeah.
Printed.
But as a family, how did you feel when you saw that?
I felt very, very violated, very, it was very intrusive, and it was very wicked. It was very wicked.
Coming up. As a big brother, how did you feel about Bobby Brown in her life? Is that the man you wanted for your sister? And has anyone spoken to him? Have you spoken to him? Has he reached out to Bobby Christina?